Hello and welcome to the BFS_PhD show for today, November 6th, Monday Night Football. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well sometimes be us. Wasn't tonight, because you guys know the things did not quite work out. Game script was right. Game script was right. Shakir was out there, but no, it was tight end day. Specifically, all those Cincinnati tight ends, which I was not keen on. And then T. Higgins randomly getting all the garbage checkdowns. So that was fun. What a weird thing. I mean, I guess they weren't garbage, a 2-minute drill, some of them. But nonetheless, we had a pretty interesting set of lineups. It was, I like all of these guys better than, I don't think, yeah, none of these guys were in on the chop, which is, again, why we're not talking about the chop. I mean, congrats to Utica from earlier in the day. He won $1 million with Bijan in the lineup. And you guys know I was tilting all day about Bijan. Everybody was tilting about Bijan. I mean, you just will be tilting about him until they use him correctly, which is going to be never. So just, I mean, until Arthur Smith is fired, I don't know. I didn't see the news yet, but I assume right now. Yeah, I got a couple of bets out there. You should get on the Discord and or follow me on Picket. I think my bets get pretty quickly there, but they're slow. And they've been doing these. They're daring us to hit them big one night. Oh, does that say blocks? Oopsie. Did not mean to hit the blocks on that one. Well, that explains why the odds were not right. Well, that's too bad. I do not expect I will be winning the Ben Simmons blocks one. That was I meant to be. I do double doubles. I like to do a double parlay. So that's what all the rest of these are. Now that I see that one of them is a mistake, that's too bad. But yeah, can't cancel entries on underdog. So double checking that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. But yeah, I love Markkanen double for tomorrow. Ben Simmons double. Chet Holmgren double. I think they all got good odds. Miles Turner, LBJ, a little bit more speculative. Am I throwing them in there a few times? Sure. Why not? Van Vliet. Oh, that's the other one. They're giving 2-1 odds on him. Van Vliet double. Like this kid isn't throwing out or assists this year in his current game environment. Same thing with Ben Simmons. People are like, oh, is he going to score 10 points? Yeah, maybe that's a consideration, but he's taken a lot of shots this year. He seems confident. I think those two are way more. We're getting incredible odds on those doubles. Those are my two favorite for sure. Markkanen probably third, but we're not getting odds. It's like 1.25, and that's about right. Valanciunas, I think we're getting odds too, and it's just like we're not sure if how much he's gonna be able to play against Jokic, or if he's gonna get run off the court. He's not quite as mobile as Jokic, right? I don't think he can really match up. If he goes 22 minutes, he doesn't get the double. If he goes 30 minutes, he absolutely gets a double. Doesn't matter about Jokic. He's a big boy. He's gonna get he's gonna eat some too. You saw them play against each other, right? They were both in FIBA. I don't know if they played against each other, but anyway, this is the football show, so let's get back to it and look at our football lineups for tomorrow. And I can tell you, I've built 150 here. You know that's a sample 150 for you guys. I'm only gonna play probably 10 to 20 tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling. Ugh, painful after today, but you know, you gotta wake up tomorrow fresh and put today behind you. So I will presumably have done that. First of all, I've changed the team stacks. I think it's gonna be a little higher scoring than the current estimations of the game. I think people are underestimating Zach Wilson and all of the wide receivers for the Chargers that are not Mike Williams and Josh Palmer. I don't think Josh Palmer's that special. I think it's just whoever fills in will be fine. Like you saw last week, Simi Fehoko catch a touchdown when Josh Palmer went down, right? And this week, what's everybody projecting him for? Nothing. Not projected. 0.36% captain. This is literally the guy who came in the game when Palmer went down, right? The guy projected for like 4% in the flex. Yeah, he's not good. He's not that good at all. Do I think he probably gets 30% of the snaps for sure tomorrow? Yeah. I think he's going to run a lot of routes. I can't believe he's so low owned. I hope it's not still that way tomorrow, or I'm going to feel weird about how I'm going to have to play the slate. Oh yeah, let me tell you some settings. I'm wide open on pricing so far because I haven't honed in on my strategy yet if I'm going to do a scrub captain or not. Scrub captains definitely in play. Let me tell you the scrubs that captains are in play. Derius Davis, that's my scrub captain. Also Simi Fehoko. Quentin Johnson also. Basically these guys, all three guys I just named, are the people who will get Josh Palmer's usage. There's no one else. No one else. I mean, what are you doing? Backup tight ends for Chargers? No, it's Derius Davis, it's Simi Fehoko, and it's Quentin Johnson. One of them has to do better. If none of them does better, they're not going to score 24 points. This is not possible for them. I mean, maybe there's like 5% Austin Eckler barrel rolls over them the whole game. But I just don't. That's not Austin Eckler. He's like an end around guy. He's like a playing from behind, check down guy. They misuse him in this offense. That's why it all gets. I mean, I obviously left him in the pool. I leave all the highest scoring people in the pool. I didn't do Herbert this week. Just I think 11% captures it, his optimal percent. Same thing with Garrett Wilson. 11%, fine. That's about right for him in this situation. I just think Brees has incredible upside. I don't want to X him out. But then besides that, I wanted to focus most of my attention on these guys who are seeing increased opportunities. They're clearly the best values on the slate. None of you would doubt the things I've been saying about them being the best values on the slate, right? So why are you not slamming them in captain? Why are they less than like 1% owned in captain? Simi Fehoko, geez, win somebody with $500,000 tomorrow in what is literally happened last week. I feel nuts. I'm not going to look it up because I definitely remember it happening. It's either last week or the week before. But assuming Palmer is out, you're playing some Darius. I mean, Darius Davis is more of a gadget guy, guys. Just to be clear, he's not a direct fill-in. The direct fill-in, right, is Simi Fehoko. So the fact that I'm projecting Darius Davis for more than Simi Fehoko, I can't really stand by that. I got to be projecting Simi to be a pretty significant contributor. And look at this. Here's the thing. Darius Davis, because he's a bigger name and he's faster and everybody remembers the big plays, and he could break a big play. I mean, I have him in the player pool for a lot of exposure, but he is 4 times the ownership of Simi Fehoko, who literally came in for Josh Palmer when he got hurt and scored a touchdown last week. So I don't quite get what's going on there with you guys. I can't quite follow the logic. We're playing them both. Those are all good plays, the best plays of the slate. Quentin Johnson, if he's really 27% in flex, obviously we're jamming him. I don't understand. How am I having to tell people play the Chargers passing attack? I mean, I guess against the Jets, we're worried about a blowout game script, but nah, I'm not that worried about it. I like Brees. I think Brees could keep it close. I'm not a Zach Wilson hater. You're not going to hear any Zach Wilson hate. If we get a cheap quarterback, I mean, should he be the highest owned flex play on the slate? I don't know. What's his price? Oh, yeah, at that price, sure. I was like, well, that seems a bit much, but his price is like 9/12 of Justin Herbert. So the question isn't, do you think he's a good quarterback? The question is, do you think he's 3/4 the quarterback that Justin Herbert is? So even if you think he's a third back or whatever that joke is from math, you should play him. I think so. Zach Wilson, definitely clearly the best chalk play of the slate, and will also be my highest owned. Well, maybe not highest owned, but you know what I mean. He's in play for sure. All righteous lineups can definitely have a good look at Zach Wilson. Currently, I have, what do we got? 108%. With the quarterbacks, 138%. Okay, so 38% of my lineups have both quarterbacks. Yeah, I like this. I love all this. 25% Darius Davis, captain, 15% Quentin Johnson, captain, 15% Simi Fehoko, captain. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. That's where all the I have no idea why these guys have so little ownership. Those are the guys with the newly vacated opportunities this week. Right? I mean, right? I'm not Joshua Palmer injury. Pretty sure I got moved to IR. Yeah, ruled out versus Jets. So what he has IR. It's what are we what are people projecting? I don't understand. This is news today. Maybe it's just they didn't rerun it. Okay, let me check on the SaberSim. Projection 7:10 p.m. So they're definitely aware. I mean, yeah, you can double check by is Palmer in or out? IR. Okay, so we assume he was not, that they have this news, and we assume that the ownership takes this into account. I think the ownership will get there a little closer, but if they don't, I mean, some easy lineups to build tomorrow, guys. We're gonna drive right all of our money through this particular hole. And when whatever stupid Austin Eckler game happens, or much more obvious Keenan Allen getting all the targets situation happens, we'll just go, okay, fine, that's the other option. The vacated targets could just go to the workhorse, but you would hope the Jets shut down the workhorse, right? Like that's the reason I think this is a reasonable strategy. I think there's a 30% chance at least that the Jets play solid defense on Keenan Allen, that they don't let Austin Eckler run for 102 touchdowns, that they hold him to 1 touchdown and 80 yards and 5 catches, and he's still optimal in flex, but not necessarily captain. Yeah, that's possible. I think that's range of outcomes about a third. That's the third. I mean, that's not even counting Jets win scenarios, which are possible. I think a lot of those feel like come from behind scenarios, just based on they're not good. I think they're going to be behind. A wire-to-wire Jets win feels less likely. But again, that's why I think you can get some Zach Wilson captain. Do I think 30%? No. I'll sprinkle up the 15% Zach Wilson captain. A 3x stand, that's fine with me. I want my biggest stands to be my biggest stands. And look at that. That allows me to get Keenan Allen so I can cover some of that. Yeah, that case I was worried about. What if Keenan Allen gets all the vacated targets? Regardless, you can now see the play is clear. Derius Davis, Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnson, Simi. The guys are missing. We're not just missing Mike Williams now. We're missing Josh Palmer. And I think the projection systems are not caught up to this and or are underestimating these guys based on their performance in lower opportunity situations. Whatever it is, these 4 guys are underprojected. Easy button tomorrow. So anyway, easy slate tomorrow. Let's win some money. And remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to mend that money. And pretty simple formula for it to be us tomorrow.